Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's Monday, and welcome to Rise and Receive. I got to adjust my camera here. Hope this is okay with you all. Oh, ah, how's your Monday? I hope it's going well. If you don't know me, this is Sonia Miller. I am a speaker, coach, and best-selling author. And I show up every Monday morning on Facebook Live, 9:30 a.m. Pacific time, for Rise and Receive, which is your opportunity to start off your day ready to receive what you most want by unlearning struggle. So this is your 10-minute morning send-off. And today, we're going to talk about letting go. So if letting go is something that you've heard about, which is a great spiritual teaching, but you struggle with it like most of us do, today we're going to unpack this a bit more. And this is going to be good because you're going to have an opportunity to really understand a little bit better, if you struggle with this, how to let go and why it's so important to receiving with greater ease and unlearning struggle. All right. So if you're new to Rise and Receive, if you're new to me, my passion is to really deliver the message that if you aren't receiving your fulfillment, if you don't know how to receive, then it's not necessarily because there's more hard work to do or you haven't figured out the right answer, but actually much struggle is learned. A little bit of struggle is a natural part of life, but much struggle is learned, and I'm really passionate about teaching people how to unlearn the struggle, because as you do, receiving just happens. It's actually the most natural thing in the world. We've simply forgotten how to. It's kind of like this lost art or a forgotten paradigm. So I invite you to sit back, get your tea or coffee, kind of lean back, maybe even close your eyes, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you what is on the first card of the week. So I pulled one card from my Receive card deck, and I'm going to unpack a receiving principle, which is about letting go. I'm going to illuminate what that is in a bit. We're going to unpack it, and then I'm going to send you off on your day with an invitation from life to receive the kindness that it offers. And so receiving is all about invitation as opposed to intention. And so I'm going to give you a willingness mantra that you can try on for size, and understand that by listening to this teaching, it's going to carry a lot of power into your day. All right. So sit back, let these words wash over you. Don't worry too much about understanding them fully, although if you really kind of lean back, and don't worry about jotting down notes, but just receive the message. You can always come back here, re-listen to it as often as you need to. It's also going to be on YouTube. I'll provide the links, and really practice what this opportunity is, because it is super duper powerful. Okay, so today's card from the Receive deck is Let It Be Here. Let it be here. All right. So with that, let's begin. There are those who teach us of the power of letting go, and those who enlighten us in the wisdom of surrender. These practices have one thing in common. They are meant to relieve the suffering and sabotage that occurs when you want something and become attached to it. But your mind will resist this guidance, because when it hears the words let go and surrender, it will perceive these instructions as a threat. The mind seeks control. It will anticipate a loss or feel unsafe. And because your attachment will persist, you will struggle to receive what you want. This is because your consciousness creates your reality. And when you want, you manifest more wanting. However, when instead of attempting to let go, you let it all be here, then you become able to access the wisdom of these teachings. Next time you want something and are struggling with it, let it be here. along with all of the accompanying concerns. Breathe. Give everything permission to be here and give it space to land and rest. Let your want be here. Let the fear that you can't have it be here. Let your assumptions about what is required be here. Let your worries be here. Let your expectations be here. Let your judgments be here. Let your impatience be here. Let your mixed feelings be here. Let it all be here. As you do, the wanting and the problem solving will begin to rest. The thoughts that swirl in your mind will have a place to land, and a space will open up, inviting new insights, awareness, and possibilities to be received with ease. Okay? So with that, here's your willingness mantra for the day. I am willing to let it all be here with kind permission. I am willing to let it all be here with kind permission. So, I'm really curious if any of you are hearing something new, maybe something that you've never heard about regarding this idea of letting go and shifting how you practice this by letting it all be here. Okay, so let's unpack this a little bit. All right. When we want something, the mind will automatically alert, it's kind of, it stands up at attention, says, oh, I want something. Let's make it happen. And it automatically begins to try to solve the problem, trying to give you what you want. So the mind is really trying to help you, okay? And it's great if it actually helps you move forward. But when you're struggling, okay, and a lot of times struggle with a want will occur when you think you have to figure out how to make it happen, or you have mixed feelings about this. I see this a lot. Like we want something, but then we also have fears and expectations, or we think we don't know how to make it happen. So what I always like to say is when you have a want, many times it actually comes knocking on your door with an entourage, okay? And so when this desire comes with an entourage, what tends to happen is we try to let in the parts of the want that make us happy, that excite us, right? But then we try to keep at bay all the things that we don't want. So it's like, I don't know how to do this, or if I get this, then this will happen, or if I get this, then this will happen, or I need this in order to make this. So do you see what happens? Here comes this want, right? And the space that you need in order to receive it into your life, because you can't receive something unless there's a space. That space gets filled up with the mind. Problem solving and worries and concerns and figuring out and strategizing. So you've got this space that is ready to receive, but the struggle occurs because your mind is busy, 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 busy. And then you'll go to some spiritual teaching and they'll talk about, well, just let it go, right? And all sorts of misunderstanding occurs around let it go. Well, what do I let go of? Do I let go of the timing, or do I let go of the how, or do I let go of figuring it out, or do I let go of the whole thing, but then I won't have the thing and I'll lose it? So do you see? More struggle, right? But when instead of letting go or surrendering, which is actually absolutely true, but the mind will resist it, the mind doesn't like it, then it doesn't serve you. That teaching won't serve you. So instead, what we do is we receive everything and we let it be here. Okay, so let's use this example. This was magical with one of my clients. So my client wanted to manifest a dream house, okay? And it was a big deal. So she started receiving, I want this dream house. I received the desire. But she had all of these concerns about uprooting her children and leaving behind the neighborhood that she used to live in, and the feeling of loss and all of these transitional things. So she just kept receiving the entourage. I received the worry about my kids being uprooted. I received the concern about having to change schools. I receive fully that I'm going to have to let go of certain things in my life and start over again. So she was letting it be here. So she let in the want, but the full entourage. and just let it be here. And then as you let it be here, you breathe. I let it be here. And really, I know you see me breathe a lot on these rise and receives, but truly breathing, what the breathing does is it brings your awareness, which is the key to all receiving, from your head into your body. And breathing now lets it land. And as it lands, there's a space. Okay? Spaciousness is the invitation. If you have a bowl and the bowl is full, it cannot receive anything. If you have a bowl and the bowl is empty and there's a space, it can receive something. So you let it all be here. The breathing allows space to open up more and more for all of these concerns, and you will feel in your body when you let it be here that it will land, it will rest, and this will open up the space. Okay? And once you do, just notice what shows up. Notice what you'll get, an awareness, you'll get an insight, you might get a manifestation. All kinds of things can now come in that couldn't come in before. And the happy ending of this story is not only did this client have her dream home manifest, it came in magical sorts of ways. She ended up closing on 2 homes within months, something that she didn't even have on her radar. So this is what's possible. Okay, we talk about energetic things here at Rise and Receive, but it's with my intention, my invitation to open up to how this shows up as physical world manifestations and internal peace and joyful fulfillment. Okay, struggle is a learned behavior. It's learned. It comes from an over-reliance on the masculine model of power, which is a lot of thinking and a lot of action and a lot of problem solving. That's beautiful when you need it. But when you need something else, which is the receiving, the experiencing, the feeling, these inner world tools, as you open up to those tools, the struggle can relax and all of those heart's desires can come into your life. So here's your willingness mantra again for the day. I am willing to let it all be here with kind permission. Notice when your mind is over functioning, over busy. Try the willingness mantra and then just notice. Just notice what shows up in your life, okay? I hope you like this. I hope it gives you some food for thought. Please comment on what's standing out for you. Please share your questions. I am here to serve. And if you want to know more about receiving, just check out the links. I've got a free class called Receive What You Want, 3 hard work habits you must unlearn to welcome your fulfillment with ease. Check out the Receive course. See what people are manifesting as they practice these very simple principles. And please keep coming back for more. The YouTube channel will deliver this to you if you subscribe and hit the notification bell if you can't make it here live. And as you share, it lets me reach the people that I'm here to serve. So I hope you have a great Monday, and I hope to see you tomorrow morning bright and early at the next Rise and Receive. Bye, everybody.